Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
The KSM Show.
Thank you. Well, I can hear you, even though I'm in the screen. I can hear you say, KSM, we jacket to the F, Papa. Mate, just stay put. I'll show you where you can get your own, so you can go and buy some. You just stay put. But today, folks, I want, if you're Sekroma, call a friend to call a friend to call a friend. Or Sekroma, today you must be present here, man. Why? Why should you be present here? Because my own son is rapping today, man. Show his love, man. Well, I always say this. Sometimes we acknowledge people for the heights they have reached. We always do that, We talk about the heights they have reached. But I think that many times what strikes me is the depths from which they began. So I just say, it's not that they've come this high. That is great. But to know where they began from makes it even greater. And my guest today, man, I mean, he's gone through the mill. Very, very young guy. Very, very young guy. At my age, will be a young guy, but this guy is really young. I'm going to chat with him because I have picked him. My radar has picked him. I was telling him that, look, at my age, our radar picks only in Kokran. And so when it picks you, now you're younger, and I just said, Charlie, you're doing something good, worthy of attention. That's why he's here with me today. This young gentleman was nominated for the Best EP at the 3 Music Award. He got that nomination. He even got the nomination for the actor with the best breakthrough, and also got a nomination for, also got a nomination for the best dancehall song, man. Incredible. Now let me keep quiet. I want you to put your hands together and show some love for my son, Kofi Jamar. Yay! Kofi, have a seat here. Yeah, my son in the house, and a bear father and son. Wow. So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back in the house with Kofi Jamar, stick around, we'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Okay, folks, there are some people that I need to big up, man. And these are some of my greatest fans. Number one is Audrey. Audrey is the branch manager for Access Bank at Ajringano. Audrey, here's to you. Yeah. Also, I won't forget my good friend, Mr. Ruben Apeke. Okay, Ruben, here's to you, man. And this gentleman I met just a few weeks ago at Chebi, the Royal Town. His name is Moses Gai. So Moses Gai to Borneo, and I'm going all the way to Sunyani, where I have a great fan who is always watching me. He's called Steve John. So Steve, here to you. All right. Folks, check this out. I want you to take a pen or a pad or your phone, calculator on the phone, and I want you to do some addition with me, okay? First of all, put down the total cost of your TV set, the total cost of your sound system, of your watch, of your camera, anything you value. Just take your time and calculate the total cost. So now you have the total cost. Now this is what you do. I want you to multiply the total cost by 0.2%. Do you see the difference? Yes. That is the cost that you pay if you have to insure all your goods. That low. And this is the cost you get when you go to Vanguard to insure your things, man. And please take this serious, man. Look at the total cost. Imagine there's a fire or a robbery or anything happens and you lose these things. Just think about the amount of money you have to pay to get them all back as against what you get from the insurance. As the white folks would say, this is a no-brainer. It's just something you have to do. So if you want to get your things insured, call these numbers. 055 662-0111 and 024-433-4407. And when you talk to them and you ensure the stuff, you know why they always say, we always stand by you. It's now time for the Benetton giveaways. We're still giving away plenty Benetton gifts, as you know, Benetton, simply better. Now, the next question that I'm going to give you, send your answers through WhatsApp to 024-766-1983. No calls, just send WhatsApp. And this is the question. I want you to name the lady who is arguably Ghana's eminent female film director. Not only that, give me the name of her first film. Let me go over it again. Name the lady who is Ghana's arguably the most eminent filmmaker and the first film. And send your answers to the WhatsApp I told you about. And we shall be getting in touch with the winners. Benetton, simply better. Next week, Uncle Ebo White will be my guest. We're going to be talking about his latest book, Let's Talk About Sex. So join us next week when we talk about this amazing book. But before then, he also has a play coming out called The Devil's Wife. Hey, Uncle Ebo, what do you say, Baba? Uncle Ebo, what do you say, Baba? The Devil's Wife is showing at the National Theatre on September 4th and 5th. Make sure you get your tickets and let's be at the National Theatre. Folks, most of you are loving my jacket. Mr. Sao, I am rough. Well, by the way, the jacket is provided by Asepa Essentials. So if you want some, this is the number to call. 0209 059 215. 0209 059 215. So call Asepa and get yourself a pretty decent jacket. And they have other essentials too. You can talk to them about it. But in the meantime, next time I see you, I want to see you wearing an Asepa jacket.
The KSM Show.
Thank you. You're back. I'll take them in the house, man. Take a lot, man. I'm hanging out with Kofi Jamar. You have a great name, man. You're from Derek. Or say Kofi Prempe.
Yes.
It didn't want to. Where does Kofi Jamar come into the equation?
Well, someone that I looked up to as I started my career. Like,
Really?
Yeah, he's like a rapper, but the concepts that he brings about, it deals with much more metaphysical things. Yeah, so like I had a connection with him through the words that he spoke through his rap and everything. So, like that was the Jamar was his real name. And I researched about the Jamar, and like it had a connection with me.
Oh,
I had a
really?
connection with that name, like what the name means, and the number that like is associated with the name and everything. Like it was connecting to me, so I just had to use it. I felt like it was divine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Show some love, man. When I realized, okay, he has a very heavy name, man. I said Kofi Prempe.
Yeah.
Where does Kofi? But now I understand.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
I see.
The Jamar means God give it, and
God
in
give it.
India it means happy and healthy. Yeah.
Are you happy and healthy?
Yeah, that's like my life every day.
Really?
Yeah.
You pay extra attention to your health? Or
I don't pay extra attention to my
Okay.
health, but I believe in the greens. That if you go for much more green things, you live longer and you live healthier. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed catfish with all our drinks.
I love it.
You love
As
it?
I came here, that was the first thing I was saying.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have to find time and come and.
Yeah, I
come
need a
some weekend
vacation here.
man.
I need a vacation here, most definitely.
We will give you a vacation here, man.
Wow.
But, you know, in my introduction, I said sometimes people achieve a lot for which we appreciate, definitely. But sometimes what I look at is not how high they are, but the depth from which they began. And when I was reading about you, I saw that you've been through quite a bit.
Yeah.
You have done work as a security officer before.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know whether you're an actual pallbearer, but you work with the funeral home and thing. Tell me a little bit about those days.
Those days, yeah. It began when I really made, like, I was really serious with the music. Because around that time, I was done with SS.
Okay.
And that's when, like, my music passion was really fully grown. Because during SS times, I used to meet shy through school.
Really?
Like, to go to the studio to have studio time. so I could be able to record. Because I was really a brilliant kid, and my parents like were having high hopes for me that I could be maybe a president, doctor.
Really?
Yeah, because I was really brilliant as a kid.
Diverting into music was sort of a disappointment for them?
For them, at first, that's how they felt. Cause,
I like how you put at first.
Yeah, that's how they felt. So after SS, I had a mindset that I have to do this my own way. I can't rely on my parents for money.
Let me take you even further back, because you grew up in Bantuma.
Yeah.
And in every environment that you're growing up, there are things that you see that trigger
Inspires
whatever
me.
direction.
Yep.
Growing up at Bantuma in those days, what was there? What kicked you to have this inclination to go towards music?
Well, when you come to Kumasi, Bantama is like one of the center.
Yeah.
There's an adage in Kumasi that Kumasi kukuruku Bantama ne penyini. It's
Really?
there in Kumasi, because like Bantama is like the warrior for Asante Hene. When it comes to Bantama, like we are the warriors for Kumasi in a way. So whenever there's like entertainment, when there's something going down in Kumasi, there have to be street jam in Bantama.
Oh, really?
A big street jam. So growing up, that was like a place you come for entertainment. Like, let's say in the whole of Kumasi, if you want quality entertainment,
It's in Bantuma.
it's in Bantama.
Really?
Because from pubs to pubs, nightclub to nightclub, across the street, and you could see they are all lined up across the same street.
Wow. Back to back to
Yeah,
back to
people
back.
partying from here. You could party from here to here. That's like Bantama for you. So I picked that up when I was little. Everywhere
Okay.
you go, they're playing songs.
Okay.
From bar to bar. I used to go and sit at one bar and just listen to song the whole night. So
Really?
maybe my parents come and call me that you have to come and sleep and stuff like that. So I picked up really a lot.
Yeah, I figured there must be something I've been in the environment
Very true.
for you to pick those things.
Very
I
true.
see.
Very true.
So Bantuma, wow. Quick story, because I went to public college long ago,
Yeah, well.
And back in the days, Bantuma was known for Kelewele. Maybe see Suna Kelewele Kodio.
Wow.
You may join if you prampe.
But-
About Bantuma,
Yeah.
Satana Rivoli.
Rivoli, yeah.
Yes.
I live around Rivoli. Wow.
You are so come near.
For real. Wow.
Eh.
Wow.
So I have to visit there lately to
Very
see
true.
how the whole
Things
stretch
have
of
changed, yeah.
bars and entertainment and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's like the entertainment capital in Kumasi.
Yeah, in Kumasi, Bantama.
Okay.
real.
So you were going from bar to bar, skipping bar.
Yeah, so that's where I picked up my the musical ability. Like I subconsciously I was learning how the musicians do it. Like subconsciously, because I love music. So doing SS, that's when I started writing my own songs and everything. And that's when I got the chance to record in studios. So after SS, I just made up my mind that this is full time. I have to pay attention to it and see what the extent that it would take me. This music hobby that I had.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you sort of knew somehow that music was the way.
Yeah,
You-
I was like,
Do you play any instrument, or it's just the singing and the
it's
rapping?
just the singing and
Okay.
rapping.
Because there was a story I read that when you were 18 years old, was it Solid FM, some radio station?
Yeah.
And
I won a rap competition.
You won the
around
rap
that time.
competition
Yep,
there.
Yep.
And so that put you in the limelight in Kumasi.
Yeah, in the limelight in Kumasi. So people were expecting more of me. And around that time, I was still in SS, and I was kind of shy. So much of the classmates never knew that I could rap or sing or something. They could hear their name, the school's name, Asantema, being mentioned on radio, and it was me. And they would be asking, who is that? But the next day I'll be in school and I'll be like,
Really?
Yeah, they would never find out who was
So
doing that.
almost like when you get on radio, it's a different personality.
It's a different personality.
It was a showbiz
So they
personality
never
coming
knew.
out.
They never knew after I completed. That's when they found out, this been the guy who's been mentioning
But that's
Asantema's
very
name.
interesting.
Yeah.
So
on
you are
radio.
sort of laid back.
Yeah,
and
laid
shy.
back,
In
in my
school,
zone.
you were like different
Yep.
demeanor.
Yep.
And then when you get in the
Yeah,
studio,
it's a whole different.
wow. But what I find fascinating about you is that you seem to have focus, in this music. At what time did you decide that, Charlie, this music, this is my thing. I'm going to focus and I'm going to go all out.
There was this something that I don't know. I don't seem to put my hand on it. But around SS, I wasn't focusing on the studies. It was like I've been through it all. I've been like our Ghanaian education system. You have to chew and pour, that kind of thing. So I think it kind of got boring for me around that time, and I was catching on this new hobby, this new music thing. Just got my mind, everything. I couldn't think of anything, just the music.
Wow.
Yeah. So in school, I could just run away from school, then spend time in the studio, then go back home.
So these studios were there in Bantama?
Yeah, they were in Bantama.
All in Bantama
Studios.
A
lot of
Do you know
studios.
some of them?
Yeah.
Can you mention some of the names and who?
Yeah, KE, Nasi Studio, Kwame, a lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Well, if one Kwame Studios and KE Studios, you're watching him now, here's your man, man. Wow. When did you come out with your first professional song that got the attention? That you realized, Charlie, I'm on a different track now.
It wasn't even professional. The first song that it was like kind of mixtape after I completed SS. So I did this mixtape with a friend that I knew back in Bantama. He was also done with SS, so we were just trying to find a way with our lives. So we did that song together. It was a mixtape of Yemi Alade's Johnny. As we heard the song, it was not like blown over here in Ghana yet, but it was from Nigeria. So we just hopped on the instrumental and did a kind of a mixtape, a cover to it. And before we knew, it was all over the town.
Wow.
Yeah. Couldn't cross over to Accra here, but in Kumasi, a lot of people knew that sound. So
really,
that's when I felt like, yo, this is it.
This is it. When did you break through the Kumasi barriers, and then even people outside Kumasi were picking your vibe?
Well, I think that's much more recently, when the whole Kumerica vibe was coming about. And prior to that, I had signed onto my management label. That's God One Records.
Yes.
And they brought me from Kumasi to Accra here. So if it wasn't for them, I had been in Accra one time. It was for a wedding that I came, like my sister's wedding.
Oh, so you came for the wedding and went back?
And went back. So that's God One Records. That's my record label. They gave me a place to stay here.
What did God One? How did they discover you? What did they hear? What was it about what they heard that said, Charlie, this guy has talent, let's bring him on?
Yeah, I had a couple of sounds on the internet, like a couple of freestyle videos and stuff like that. So the CEO watched it and was like, yeah, I need this guy. So yeah,
wow,
that's how it happened.
Wow. And the youth, I want you to pay attention here, because most of us just think the internet is just some, but it can be a career-changing thing for you. You did your freestyle stuff and put it on the internet. And that's where your manager saw it and decided, this guy has got talent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they'll signed on you based on that?
Just based on that.
Wow.
It's wonderful because it's kind of hard for people back in Kumasi getting known or getting signed and making it big with the music around the era that I grew up.
Yes.
We all know the era of the Ochame Kwame and the Lord Kenyas.
Yeah.
That time Kumasi music was very popping, but around my time it was really dormant. It wasn't rising. There are no role models to follow and all those stuff, so it was kind of hard. So it's been a hard journey so far. Yeah.
And you've done very well so far.
Thank you very much.
Because what's this song? Roll On?
Roll On, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Roll On, because I heard it and I was like, wow. Honestly, I have a son who's a rapper in the US. It's called Blackway. It sounded like him.
Yeah.
That's why I feel you're my son.
Wow, I listen to And one fascinating thing, I really listen to Blackway.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I really, he's one of the people I look up to.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I was listening to it, I'm like, wow, there was some vibe in there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Wow. It was Roll On. That I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And there's one too that Ekoso.
Ekoso, yeah. That's the one everybody knows.
That's blowing like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the song that did the magic for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's stay on Ekoso for now. What inspires you to for a song to hit and then you say, actually, this song I must write it down? What is it? Let's talk about Ekoso.
Well, it came around the time that the whole American movement was springing out, and people back home, my fans back home, were hitting me up like, yo, Kofi Jamar, you have to add a voice to it. They wanted me to do something for my hood, because when you get to the American movement, it's like hood and hood repping. some people from Swami, some people from Tafu making it big. So people from Bantama called me and were like, you have to add a voice to it or something that we can be proud of. Like,
wow.
Yeah, a guy from here did it. So I was just playing through beats. Sometimes I have beats, I have a selection of beats and I just play through it to see which one will fit the mood.
Wow.
So yeah, so but the intention was to create something that my people could join in.
Yes.
Something like a Jamar, something that they could all gather and sing along. So that was the intention. And that intention helped, brought that result along.
Wow, fantastic. And folks, that akoso, you me tell me cry akoso, man.
Wow.
There's something. So let's take a quick second, Let's look at akoso. When we finish, we'll come back and do our interview. Take a look at this.
The KSM Show.
Yay! Akoso. And you not the rough.
That's it.
Oh, you've tried. You've tried.
Thank you.
When you look at the momentum it has gathered, does any part of it surprise you?
Yeah, a lot. Sometimes, yeah. At first, it was overwhelming because I had expectations, but not at that level. So it still surprises me today because it's getting almost like a year now.
Yes.
And it was supposed to have faded out.
And it's still
and
kicking.
It's still like kicking. Everywhere
right.
they play it, people are going crazy, and I'm like, wow, yeah, it's crazy.
That is great. On that note, we'll take a short break. When we come back, more with Kofi Jamar. Stick around, we'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Folks, check this out. I want you to take a pen or a pad or your phone, calculator on the phone, and I want you to do some addition with me, okay? First of all, put down the total cost of your TV set, the total cost of your sound system, of your watch, of your camera, anything you value. Just take your time and calculate the total cost. So now you have the total cost. Now this is what you do. I want you to multiply the total cost by 0.2%. Do you see the difference? Yes. That is the cost that you pay if you have insured all your goods. That low. And this is the cost you get when you go to Vanguard to insure your things, man. And please take this serious, man. Look at the total cost. Imagine there's a fire or a robbery or anything happens and you lose these things. Just think about the amount of money you have to pay to get them all back as against what you get from the insurance. As the white folks would say, this is a no-brainer. It's just something you have to do. So if you want to get your things insured, call these numbers. 055 662 0111 and 024 433 4407. And when you talk to them and you insure the staff, you know why they always say, we always stand by you. It's now time for the Benetton Giveaways. We're still giving away plenty Benetton gifts, as you know, Benetton, simply better. Now, the next question that I'm going to give you, send your answers through WhatsApp to 024 766 1983. No calls, just send WhatsApp. And this is the question. I want you to name the lady who is arguably Ghana's eminent female film director. Not only that, give me the name of her first film. Let me go over it again. Name the lady who is Ghana's arguably the most eminent filmmaker and the first film. And send your answers to the WhatsApp I told you about. And we shall be getting in touch with the winners. Benetton, simply better. Next week, Uncle Ebo White will be my guest. We're going to be talking about his latest book, Let's Talk About Sex. So join us next week when we talk about this amazing book. But before then, he also has a play coming out called The Devil's Wife. Hey, Uncle Ebo, what do you say, Baba? Uncle, what do you say, Baba? The Devil's Wife is showing at the National Theatre on September 4th and 5th. Make sure you get your tickets and let's be at the National Theatre. Folks, most of you are loving my jacket. Mr. Sao, I am rough. Well, by the way, the jacket is provided by Asepa Essentials. So if you want some, this is the number to call. 0209 059 215. 0209 059 215. So call Azepa and get yourself a pretty decent jacket. And they have other essentials too. You can talk to them about it. But in the meantime, next time I see you, I want to see you wearing an Azepa jacket.
The KSM Show.
We're back. And I told you today, maybe Osekom live. But it's not just a Koso. Some of the music you've done, and I was reading about, was it a Koso or some other track that you had on Apple Music?
Yeah.
That had hit about 7 million
Yeah.
views.
Yeah, that's a Koso.
That's a Koso.
Yeah, Koso.
7 million
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Great.
Not only that, when it comes to the Apple chart, to talk about hip life chart
Yeah.
in Ghana, it's the only song that went back to back for 2 months straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still a record undefeated. I don't know why.
It's still a record.
Yeah.
So when you look at all of these things, and you in this entertainment business, there are many who come and they do great things.
Yeah.
They peak too early, and the next thing they're out.
Yeah.
You know, what's your philosophy for what you're doing in terms of staying power? You know, because right now you are very, 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 very high.
Yeah.
How do you go higher?
Well, I feel it's always been like the idea that I have that music is not a means to an end to itself. Like you have, through music, you get fame. For me, that's one thing I think. Through music, you get fame. And I have a vision of one day holding a political office. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's like it's part of the
The
plan
first
that I
president
have.
of America, man. Show
Straight
that. Wow, you
Yeah,
do.
I'm much more also like geared towards that side. So it's not just about music. It's
Not just about music.
Yeah, I feel like if given a chance, I can make some things happen in Ghana here. Like I can affect the country in a good way, in a positive way. Yeah, so it's all part of it.
I see.
And I have that like that blood. I have that genes in me because
The political gene.
yeah, not the political per se, but my great granddad was Prempe the First.
Really?
Yeah, that's
He was
my
a great-granddad?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it's kind of like a calling for me. Yep.
So you see yourself getting in there.
Yeah. Even if not, I would inspire the next leader who's gonna change Ghana. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Show some love, man. I'm very happy that you have brought me here, and you know, cause I've heard a lot about Comerica, and I always wanted to find out some things about Comerica.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I don't understand. Maybe you can educate
Yeah,
me. You
yep.
know, I see you Comericans, young, dynamic guys. You know, you are sort of like creative, innovative
Yeah.
kids. Okay. My only problem, maybe you can explain to me,
Yep.
is I was hoping, and I keep hoping, that with all the energy you're having, you will focus the attention on branding, even if it's Bantuma or something.
Yeah.
I'm yet to understand why you decide to model it after America.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why America?
Well, one thing is for certain, the whole Comerica thing wasn't planned.
Okay.
We don't have like a leader who's making plans for us or making choices for us or something. It's like unaware, and it came together.
How did the name just come? You know.
It's one guy that like he was playing about. There's this character in Kumasi that they like to portray the Western lifestyle.
Okay.
The young guys in Kumasi. So that was the idea, trying to brand with Kumasi.
Western.
Yeah, Comerica. So Comerica. So it was just like a playful thing, like just playing, boys playing around, doing songs and all
and
that
then just
stuff.
erupted.
Yeah. So this whole Comerican thing wasn't like a serious thing at first. Yeah, but as time went on, it's just
Yeah, but you know, but it has become serious.
Yeah.
And I like that there's a certain cultural wind coming out of
Coming out of it,
Comerica.
yeah, very
You are
true.
one of the products, and you're talking about other areas, Swami,
Yeah.
Rep, you know,
Yeah,
other areas.
yeah.
So it has now taken over.
Yeah.
Like, is it possible
to rebrand Comerica and make it an Ashanti thing. I want somebody in America talk about Charlie. I want to go to Bantuman one day and get a Bantuman vibe or something. You know, I just have that problem with why you guys are doing so well, and
we are more focused on the Western side.
Yeah, modeling on the Western side. You know,
it's because of like probably how the teenagers in Kumasi are. They try to follow the Western style, and that's been one thing that people know of Kumasianos. Yeah, so I think it formed around that. But going forward, I feel like with time, as it's becoming an official thing, a major thing, with time, we are gonna get support from leaders who are gonna direct us towards that path. I feel like, and me per se, I can do what I can do to change my portion of what I can do. Yeah, but I can't just, there are like fractions and fractions of guys, so I can't just
do your own.
Talk
it has
all
to be
of them over. Yeah,
it has to be a joint thing.
Yeah, a joint thing. So
because how you're talking about Bantuman being like the King Kong.
Yep.
You know, Kumasi. You find something
For
so
real.
that the celebration will be about Oseko and Kumasi and things,
real.
and forget these Americans.
For
man.
real. For real. I'm even planning on doing a homecoming, like in Bantama, where I'm from. Yeah. And
show some love, man. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And it will be built around the culture, like cultural artifacts in Kumasi and our cultural heritage. Yeah. So that's my plan. What I feel like I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. But with time, I think it's gonna grow. It's gonna get bigger.
And I know it will be. And at least I'm understanding today that it was just something that just came up like that.
Came up.
But I'm hoping, because now you are a force. Comerica is a force to reckon with, you know.
For real.
You know, yeah.
For real.
Last time I was on some radio station was interviewing me in Kumasi. No, so I went back to Japan and then someone invited me. You know, yeah. But that's great. That's great. There was one other song that I also heard that I wanted to. Oh man, I think EP was YP.
Yeah,
Pardon me, eh? That I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
YP, things like that.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. You did a collaboration with them or something?
Yeah, I did a collaboration with them, and they've been like YP per se. I've been my guy way back in Kumasi.
Okay.
And our underground days, we used to like meet up and share ideas and stuff like that. So when the Kosu came about, I sent it to him, and he was just down for it. I sent it to him, and he did a verse on it. And he talked to also did that verse also on the song.
All right. So show some love for YP, man. And I talk, man. Now let me get a little bit personal, you know, because I brand to say what's it so fine, you know. I mean, things are happening.
Yeah.
Yes, it affects the female department as well. Yes.
Yeah,
in a way, yeah. I like that, in a way. So in that way, how are you faring?
All work and no play.
All work and no play.
Yeah.
So are you playing?
Well, I'm on hold for.
You're on hold?
Yeah, because of how things pile up on me and stuff like that. But yeah, when I play, I play.
Yeah. When was the last time you played?
Oh. They used to call me Alonso back in Bantama.
Alonso?
Yeah, Alonso.
Wow.
Because I was a defender when I used to play. Like
Alonso! Wow. That is so cool. Let me find out a bit more about your family, your mom and your dad.
Yeah, my mom.
Well,
yeah,
they're all alive,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, they are alive. They
Very
are
happy with
Yeah, they
you.
are back in Kumasi. And
who's your mom?
my mom, Ohinafrel Prempe.
In Afro-Prempe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad is Kingsley Kwesi Chemi.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom is in Ebuakwa and my dad is in Bantama.
I see.
Yeah.
And since they all had such high hopes of you becoming something other than musician,
Yeah.
how are they now taking your gradual but beautiful success?
I know my father is gonna be very proud when he see me on this like platform.
Really?
Because I really remember there are some nights that I used to stay up with him watching KSM. my pops, he really loved KSM. Like,
Wow.
yeah, so there are nights that I'll stay up with him watching because I also loved KSM.
Wow.
So if he sees this, he's gonna be so blown away.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Casely Kwesichim,
Yeah.
from my heart to your heart, man. Keep watching, man. And of course, your mom too.
Yeah.
What about siblings, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have a brother back in Bantama. That's Kofi. He's one of the notorious guys back in Bantama.
Notorious?
Yeah, he's really notorious.
Really?
He's crazy.
What does Kofi do?
Yeah, he's a welder.
Oh, he's a welder.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And this is this?
Yeah, I had a sister, but he's deceased.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So is it the two of you now?
Yeah, just the two of us.
Well, I know you have talked about eventually entering politics.
Yeah.
What motivates you into politics? What is it that you want to do that you can't do as a famous Kofi Jamar? Because you're very famous now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it comes with some clout and power.
True.
What is it you can do as a politician but you can't do now?
Well, the power to change a lot of stuff. Already, I'm changing stuff about about myself. Like, cause every time we are trying to double up on our perfection. You can't be perfect, but we try in a way. And I always feel like there have to be a time that the country should be in the hands of a youthful leader, somebody who's like drawn much more to the youth, but also understand the needs of everybody else. So I feel like it's always been like a calling for me. I just can't put my hand on it that this is it, this is that. But I'm always feeling like there's much more that I can do.
Okay.
If I.
What's from where you sit right now, as we speak now? What's your feeling of the youth? Are they frustrated? Are they hopeful? What kind of vibe do you get from your age group?
Well, I can say some are hopeful, some are frustrated, and some are still with it. Because sometimes I think how my life would have gone if it wasn't for this music. If I was to do a normal 9-to-5 job like all my other brothers doing, and they are going through a lot because maybe paying rent and your salary not being able to afford your rent and also feed you and stuff like that. So that's the situation on the ground. Some people have found their path that they used to get money, so they are living life. But most of them, I think, there have to be some consciousness that have to arise in us all. Being patriotic, doing something for your country. I think that Nkrumah mind states have been lost. At first, I've read up on Nkrumah, and I see that we had that patriotic, that kind of, we are in awe for the nation, but I think
you feel that is lost.
That's lost now. So we have to revive the youth hope in the country itself, because they don't have hope in the country again. So, for instance, you always be thinking of going to abroad before you can even make something out. And that's the majority of the youth. That's how they are thinking now. It's because their allegiance is not being pledged to Ghana again. That pledge that they say, the meaning is losing its meaning. The pledge that we used to say every time when we were in school is losing its meaning. So I feel like there can be programs and there can be things that can be done to revive. I think that's
love, man. No. Seriously, I mean, you're making some very, very valid points. And for me, and those who know me know that when I hear this, the voice of the youth sounding like how you're sounding now, it makes me happy that one day, things are going to change. Because yes, you're very, very right that there was a whole era when people were patriotic, people were nationalistic, and somehow that whole thing has faded off, And so to see somebody like you hoping and craving for days like that to come back, Charlie, more power to you.
Thank you.
You're about to release? Tell us something more about that before.
Yeah, that's the Appetite for Destruction.
It's
That's
called
the name, the title, the title of the EP.
That's a heavy duty title.
A heavy duty
Appetite
title.
for Destruction.
For Destruction.
Tell me more about this EP, man.
Yeah, so Appetite for Destruction is like we trying to destroy people's taste on what they are hooked on now, trying to take their attention out from there and bring them into my own little world of music. Yeah, so it's like a 6-track EP, not plenty.
6 tracks?
Yeah, 6 tracks. Yeah.
Are you featuring some people?
Yeah, I'm featuring a host of other guys. I would love to keep it under wraps now.
Oh, you can under wraps
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but we should look out for it there.
Yeah, there are probably some big features on the EP.
Really?
Yeah, and it's dropping on the 10th of September.
10th of September.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's not too far. Bring me one of the T-shirts so I can do the show. in the
Yeah, probably.
T-shirt song.
For real.
Wow. And also I know you linked up with Stonebwoy.
Yeah, yeah. On my song "Me Day Up" remix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
How did somebody introduce him to you, or how did you link up with him?
well, it was through a donation that I was doing during the COVID times, and I did a video. I put it online, and that song was playing at the background. So he heard it and he commented on the post that, "Yo, Jamar, this is the song." So I linked up in the DM and we just proceeded.
Was that the
from
first
there.
time he had been in touch with you?
Yeah,
How did it feel?
it's something else.
Wow, I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
I couldn't sleep that night.
You couldn't sleep?
Yeah.
I can imagine. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be able to sleep
But
either.
Stonebwoy is one person I've looked up to.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
one of the music giants here in Ghana. So
Okay.
at this tender age, and he jumping on my track, something
That's
else. yeah.
fantastic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Who else do you listen to in your spare time when you are chilling and you're listening to music?
A lot of people.
A lot of
I li-
people?
yeah, but from the oldies, I listen to Otis Redding.
Oh,
I
hey!
listen to Jimmy.
Really?
My father got me hooked on Otis.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Now that you mentioned that, because I know you also did something for CBSI.
Yeah, we did something for Sibisa.
Wow. That alone, that's how you came on my radar.
Wow.
You know, I
Wow.
said, really? That was what alerted me that this young chap is doing a tribute to Sibisa. You know, I grew up on Sibisa, and I have every single track of Sibisa.
Wow.
And so I just assumed that you kids don't know about Sibisa. So to hear that there was a kid doing a tribute to Sibisa, and I said, Charlie, I want this guy. Congratulations. Wow. Let's take a look at the collaboration you did with Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
As we're talking about him before we wrap it up. Folks, check this out.
The KSM Show.
All right. What would you say the genre of the music you do? Is it reggae? Or is it Afro?
Yeah, I'm one person that don't stick in one zone for long.
Okay.
I just like to cross path. Since I
Okay.
started, I've done high life, I've done hip hop, I've done Afrobeat, I've done dancehall, reggae fusion.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've done I'm trying to. I feel like I'm trying to combine these, or there are some things that I'm learning as I'm doing it. I'm learning in the process, and by the end of my term as a musician, I might have come up with a new genre, a new African genre. So
All
still
right.
working on
All
that.
right. All right. That's the creativity coming from America I was talking about too. And final question before we leave. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Kofi,
pleasure.
for
It's a pleasure,
for
Ken.
being my guest here, and thank you for being on my radar. I'm glad that I got a chance to stay with you.
Well,
You know.
it's a pleasure.
Oh man. And the fact that you are no CB Salava, no top of What is it about Osibisa that fascinates you?
First time that I used to hear Osibisa, I was really young, so
can
I didn't
imagine.
read up on them. But since I got that music ears, my ears got musically inclined. I started like listening to their albums, listening to their songs. I read up on Mark Tonto,
That you will say,
yeah, and Kiki Jan.
Kiki Jan.
Yeah, incredible story.
Yeah. Fantastic. Put your hands together, man, y'all. Put your hands together. It's been a complete pleasure hanging out with you, man. And I've really enjoyed listening to you. And thanks for all the education you've given me about Comerica. And I understand. And I'm also hoping that eventually you're going to influence them to be more focused on Kumbantuma. But before we go out, I want to sign off. But when I sign off, we're going to watch the tribute he did for Sibisa, because that to me is awesome. But until we come back again, do you know how I sign off my shows?
We are.
Oh, you do know. So we'll do it together. To all the Comerica fans watching us and to the whole wide Ghana, until we see you next week, what are we doing now?
We
are
are
out of
out
here.
KSM Show.